Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm an internal medicine doctor. And I make videos on health, wellness, as well as my life as a doctor. So if you want to follow along, click that subscribe button as well as ring the bell so you never miss a video. In today's video, I'm going to give you a review on a variety of different drugstore sunscreens. I'll be looking at the type of sunscreen, how it makes my skin feel, how easy it is to apply, as well as how it looks under makeup, and I'll also talk about the prices of the different sunscreens to help you choose which sunscreen works best for you. I'm a strong believer in wearing sunscreen every day and all year long in order to protect your skin from the harmful rays from skin cancer, as well as from sun damage that can lead to premature aging and wrinkling. I actually made a whole video on sunscreen in terms of how the sun affects your skin, the different types of sunscreen out there, as well as what SPF actually means, so I'll link it down below for you guys to check out. I know not everyone likes to wear sunscreen. Sometimes it can be very greasy on your skin, it can lead to breakouts, you just may forget to always put it on, or it's not really part of your skincare routine, but sunscreen is so important in order to protect your skin. So I've spent the last month and a half testing out a variety of different sunscreens that I bought from my local drugstore in order to help you figure out which one works best for you. All of these sunscreens can be purchased at your local drugstore. I bought mine from Walmart as well as Shoppers Drug Mart, which is a drugstore here in Canada, and they're all pretty reasonably priced. Some better than others, but we'll go over that after. I also have both chemical-based as well as mineral-based sunscreens, and we'll talk about the differences and how they actually appear on your skin. So if you want to know more, keep on watching. Here I have my basket of sunscreens that I'll be reviewing. So for each of these, I tried them on without makeup, and you will be seeing them later on. You'll see how they look on my skin, and right now I am wearing one of them underneath my makeup, which I really like, so I'll let you know when we get to that one. The first sunscreen I have here is the Hawaiian Tropic Sheer Touch Oil-Free Sunscreen. I have it in an SPF 30, I also have it in a 50 that I've tried before. This is a sunscreen that says that it's oil-free. It is a broad spectrum chemical-based sunscreen to protect against both UVA and UVB rays. This one costs $11.97 at Walmart, so it's a pretty reasonably priced sunscreen for 240 ml, so quite a lot you get. When I first started putting this on, it was definitely a very liquidy cream, so a lot goes a long way, and it was kind of going all over my face. But I found that it did take some time to work into my skin as well. So you really had to work it to make it absorb. I did find that it left pretty greasy, oily look to my skin, and this look even stayed after I waited for about 10 to 15 minutes to see if it would absorb more, and it stayed throughout the day. So it's definitely one of the ones that I felt was a little more on the greasy side. It's not one that I would wear under makeup because I felt that that grease still came through even after you applied your foundation and powder to reduce that oily look. It does have a tropical fragrance smell, which I actually really enjoy. This is one of the sunscreens that brings me back to the beach, and especially when you can't travel as much, it's one that really, I like the smell. It reminds me of being on vacation and being in Hawaii, and it's a very nice tropical smell, but some people may not, so it definitely has a strong fragrance smell. Overall, I felt that this is a good sunscreen for the rest of your body, but not so much your face. So I would use it on my arms and legs and everywhere else where you should apply sunscreen, especially when you're going out to the beach, but one that I would not care for wearing under makeup or wearing on a daily basis. So let's move on to the second one I tried, and it's also Hawaiian Tropic, but this is the first time I ever actually bought this one. This is the Hawaiian Tropic Matte Effect. So this one is actually a mineral-enriched sunscreen. It contains 7.3% zinc oxide, so it actually has some mineral components as well as some chemical components. So it utilizes both methods of protecting your skin against the sun. This is a broad spectrum. It is an SPF 50. It reports that it's lightweight for daily use, and I'd actually have to agree with that. It definitely was a lighter feel when I applied this. It's still very creamy, still a bit runny, but it was a bit more easier to work into my skin compared to the previous one that I tried on. This one costs $12.97, so it's $1 more for less amount. So there's only 180 mils in this bottle. I have tried this under makeup, and it actually works very well. So the mattifying effect does show through. Probably not as much as I would have liked it to, considering that's one of the main selling features of the product, but it actually looked pretty well under makeup. It didn't have a very strong cast at all. It is a bit less greasy compared to the previous one that I tried on, and it still has that nice tropical Hawaiian scent, which again I enjoy, which some people may not, but it does have that. So this matte effect one I really liked. If I had to compare the two, I would wear this one under makeup compared to the previous one. Moving on to our next category of sunscreens, I have Banana Boat. So this is the Banana Boat Simply Protect Sport Sunscreen. It is an SPF 50. It contains 25% fewer ingredients, which means that it's actually made without oxybenzone, so it's actually reef friendly. So you can actually wear this one in the ocean and it's a lot less harmful to the reefs. Now, it also claims to be water and sweat resistant, which is good for 80 minutes. This one is a broad spectrum. This one is a fully chemical-based sunscreen. This one's price was $9.97 for a 180 ml bottle. So again, it's reasonably priced for the amount of sunscreen that you're getting. I found that this one was a thicker cream. So when I applied this one compared to the Hawaiian Tropic, it's definitely thicker, which made it less runny down my face. It is a little bit less greasy than the previous ones. It does not leave a cast, again, because it is a chemical base and usually they don't really leave casts on your face. And it also had a nice tropical scent, not as strong as the Hawaiian Tropic, but it does have a bit of a scent, which I thought was kind of pleasant, but just so you know, there is a fragrance to this one. This one I usually use whenever I'm going swimming, so I don't use this one on a daily basis under makeup. I use it before I know that I'm going to go in the water because it does have that water and sweat resistance. Moving on to the next one, it's a similar line as that one. I have the Banana Boat Simply Protect Sensitive Sunscreen. So this one was $9.97 for a 180 ml bottle, so same as the previous one. This one is actually hypoallergenic. It doesn't contain oxybenzone or parabens, so it's really good for those who have sensitive skin. It also says it has 25% fewer ingredients, which goes along with the parabens. This one does not have any fragrance. It has a bit of a chemical smell though, so I find the ones that don't have a fragrance, they smell like something, you know, nothing ever smells like nothing. So it had a bit of a chemical type smell, but that didn't last long. It is a bit of a thinner cream compared to the sport one. I found that it was less greasy, there was no cast at all, and overall I have tried this under makeup and it was fine. It's not one of my go-tos, but it was okay. So it's one that can be used under makeup, it can be used on your body, and it's definitely one that if you have sensitivities to certain products, then it's one that is hypoallergenic. Moving on to my next category of sunscreens are the Neutrogena. So I have this Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Dry Touch Sunscreen. This is an SPF 60 and it says that it contains Helioplex, which really means that it is just a chemical-based sunscreen to protect against UVA and UVB rays. This was actually my go-to for under makeup for a couple of years. I find that this one is very lightweight. It has a matte finish and is very wearable under makeup. It does have water and sweat resistance for 80 minutes. It is a bit of a thinner cream when applying, so you don't feel like you're putting this really sticky mask on, so that's why I like it under makeup. And it does have a bit of a fresh scent. It's not disturbing, it's very like a fresh, clean scent. This one does say that it is dermatologist recommended by the Canadian Dermatology Association, which is why I was using that previously. It has a little bit of a cast, but again, not one that is not easily covered with makeup. And it also tends to absorb into your skin after a few more minutes with a matte finish. This one is a little bit more pricey compared to the previous one, so it is $14.98 for 88 mils. So this is one that I would recommend for your face because obviously it's a smaller area. I wouldn't be putting this small bottle all over my body, but it's definitely one that I would recommend for your face to be used on a daily basis if you wear makeup or if you don't wear makeup, so it's a pretty good one. Moving on to my next Neutrogena one, and that is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. Now this is a new one that I got this year and I actually really like it. It has actually replaced this other Neutrogena one for me. So this is the Hydro Boost Water Gel Sunscreen. It is SPF 50. Again, it's a Helioplex, so it has the chemical components, protection against UVA and UVB rays. What I really like about this one is that it is a gel sunscreen. So when it comes out, it has a bit of a bluish tinge to it, which quickly goes away after you massage it into your face. It also has a bit of a cooling component and It really feels good when you apply it, especially in the morning after you've moisturized. It feels like itself a moisturizer. So this one has the hyaluronic acid in it, which is very helpful for your skin. It is non-comedogenic, which means that it doesn't clog your pores and it prevents you from getting acne, so prevents breakouts, which is always good. It quenches or hydrates your skin, and when it says that on the bottle, it actually really feels that way in real life. So I really enjoy wearing this one because it just feels great when I apply it on. It doesn't take long to work into the skin, and it dries without feeling that greasy or oily component, and this one looks great under makeup. I wear this one almost on a daily basis under makeup. With this Hydra Boost one, it comes out to $15.97, which is slightly more than the other Neutrogena product. Overall, I think the price is pretty reasonable compared to some other sunscreens out there, so not too bad. So the next sunscreen is the first mineral-based sunscreen, fully mineral-based sunscreen, and this is the Coppertone Pure and Simple, which is 100% zinc oxide. So it actually contains 24.08% zinc oxide. This one goes for $9.97, which is a pretty reasonable price for something that is fully mineral-based. It reports that it has no dyes, no fragrance, no parabens, and is oxybenzone free. So again, it's reef safe. It moisturizes for 24 hours. It is protected against UVA and UVB rays, of course, and is also water resistant for 80 minutes. So when I applied this one, it is a bit of a thicker cream. It also has a cast, so it definitely has a bit more of a cast compared to the other ones, which is what I find happens with most mineral-based sunscreens, and which is why sometimes I don't care for them too much. But it is one that was slightly sticky but did stay in place on my face. I have tried wearing this one under makeup, and it is okay as long as you really work it in to try and prevent that cast as much as possible. As well, if you're wearing foundation that has a little bit more of a tint to it, it does help hide the white cast. It is very affordable, and I think it's one of the best ones if you're thinking of you want only a mineral component sunscreen and you don't want to get one of those really high-end or really expensive ones. I would actually go with this one because you're getting quite a bit, so 177 mils for a price of 10 bucks. That's pretty good. Next we have our last two sunscreens. So the first is from La Roche-Posay, and it is the 60 SPF Ultra Light Anthelios XL Lotion. So this is the one that contains Mexeril, which is Mexeril XL and Mexeril SX. And these are components that really help protect against UVA rays. I do believe that these are not all available in the US. They're available in Canada and Europe. But this Mexeril is really supposed to be helpful and protective against UVA rays, as well as UVB. This is another new one that I tried. I'm actually wearing this one right now underneath my makeup, and I love this one. This one is for sensitive skin. It is non-comedogenic, so it doesn't clog your pores or cause acne or breakouts. It is paraben-free, it is fragrance-free, but I do find that it has, even though it's fragrance-free, it has a nice kind of pleasant smell. It doesn't have that chemical type smell. It goes on really nicely, and I find that it's not very greasy at all and more matte. And I haven't been wearing this one too much because I was always really wearing the Hydro Boost one, but I think I'm going to start wearing this one underneath my makeup a lot more because I really liked the way it made my skin feel. So it was very light textured and didn't leave my skin looking oily, so as you can see I put my makeup on and it looks pretty good. So this one is an SPF 60 and it has the Mexeril, so I would recommend this one. This one is a little bit more pricey. This one was $29.95, and you'll find that with the La Roche-Posay because I think generally they're a lot more expensive than the other drugstore ones. But if you want one that has a little bit more protection, something that's good for your skin and looks good under makeup and doesn't leave that cast, then I would go with this one. And my last sunscreen that I want to tell you guys about is the La Roche-Posay Anthelios, I hope I'm saying that right, Anthelios Mineral SPF 50 sunscreen. So this contains 15% of the titanium dioxide. So this is again a fully mineral based sunscreen, just like the Coppertone one, but now this is the titanium dioxide as opposed to zinc oxide. This one again goes for almost $30, so the same price as the first La Roche-Posay. This one leaves a terrible cast on your skin. So as you can see here, I'm trying to rub it into my skin and it just is not going away. I do use this one when I'm going outside to my pool when I'm around my family. It is one that I probably don't want to wear in public, and I haven't worn in public because I don't really want to have that white cast or look like my face is all white. As you can see, it looks very different from my skin color when I hold up my hand. It is fragrance free, but it definitely has a more chemical smell. So I would rather take the fragrance or the tropical fragrance than a fragrance free one that smells like chemicals. It is thicker to apply, and once it is applied on, it never goes away with that white cast. So this is one that I would not wear under makeup because I have tried and it just leaves that white coming through. But I would wear it if you have very sensitive skin to the sun and in your backyard, or if you don't mind having that cast look, or if you're at the beach. I think that it's definitely something that you know you're wearing sunscreen, so you might as well be at the beach wearing sunscreen as opposed to going to work. Because again, I wear sunscreen every day before I go to work, even when I'm not outside all the time. And that is the end of my drugstore sunscreen review. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and found a sunscreen that you may want to try out and that will work for your lifestyle. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up, as well as comment down below to let me know if you've tried any of these sunscreens or if you have a new sunscreen that maybe I should try. I always love to learn about new products and to try new things, and I love learning from you guys as well. Also, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. I really love making videos for you guys to help improve your health, improve your wellness, as well as improve your overall life. So subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and I hope everyone's doing well, staying healthy, and I'll see you on the next one.